Hello, everyone, and welcome to a new series that we're going to try and be putting out to you guys. It's called The History of the Great British Hobbit League. And today, yet again, same place, a video that you might have seen months ago, because this could take forever to come out.
Clothes.
Same clothes, I haven't washed. Hey, listen, this is what Owen says to me. I'm going to have words with the two of you guys. I think you're in cahoots. But we've got Mr. Jamie Giblin. And Jamie, we have you here today because GBHL Facebook page started up. It didn't start up as GBHL, did it?
No, I should be putting the other video out first.
Yeah, no, we're going to be putting all of them together one way or another.
Okay,
yeah.
cool. So as Sam and Dan might have said at this point, it was originally the Hobbit SBG events and tournaments page, I think it was.
Okay,
Yep.
so that came out on Facebook. 12 months later, you came up with the idea of the GBHL podcast.
That's
Do you want
correct,
to tell us a little bit of history just prior to the morning of you waking up with this fantastic idea?
So the Facebook page was growing a little bit. It was actually the first ever, I guess, sort of collective independent event was held here.
Right.
And it was called the Hobbit SBG Championship.
Okay.
And I played in that, and first year I think we got sort of 8 people down, and the next event they got 12. So there wasn't really a growth. There was obviously a growth in the tournament, but there wasn't like exponential. So I decided that obviously there were a few more tournament organisers coming on board.
Yeah.
And I started doing interviews with people involved in the tournament side of things. So I think my first ever was with Mikolaj.
Oh, yes.
And it's still available on our GBHL podcast channel. It's just buried away in the first few videos ever coming out. And it was just over Skype and talking about, because he made the league.
Yes.
So the first year of the league, I started doing it then because I wanted to promote people's tournaments.
Right.
And so I'd have Skype interviews with...
Have you noticed what we tried to do previously? I think we've jumped on his bandwagon. Sorry, go
So I think my first interview was with David Reed.
Yes.
About the scouring of Stirlingshire.
Brilliant.
And then obviously the year ended pretty much straight away because it was half a season or so.
Yeah.
And then I spoke with Thomas Harrison about his league win.
Charming Tom.
Yep. And then soon after that, I didn't do very many of these because obviously it was just in the build-up to events. I think I did one with Charles Sims as well for
Preston.
Yeah.
Right.
Then James Clark came around and he'd spoken to me previously on the One Ring forum.
Okay.
And I don't really use forums, and I don't like to sort of arrange games through forums because you just don't know who you're going to meet, basically. And see, James Clark organised just a gaming day.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, I've been to the North West Gaming Centre before, I know where it is, I'll go down and see who's there, see if there's any faces that I recognise. And he approached me and asked me if he would like to sort of mimic the mini wargaming style of a YouTube channel.
Right.
And we decided yes, and it grew from there.
Okay. Wow. So you're now getting out. Okay, so we're going to try and bring out a video. Hopefully, fingers crossed, if we get permission from the guys, Damien and Tom.
Yeah.
Because GBHL podcast has grown into GBHL. You
Yes.
still call it podcast?
I still call it podcast.
You still call it. It's
So
still
the
podcast.
GBHL YouTube channel and the GBHL podcast. Basically, we try and put the extra words on the end,
Right.
just because there is a bit of obviously blurred lines between the Great British Hobbit League, which is acronym to GBHL.
Yes.
So mine was originally intended with Mick, I believe it was, to be for the league.
Right.
But then it grew into its own beast. So
Yeah, because, I mean, internationally, people see the GBHL
as the YouTube channel.
channel and as the league,
Yeah.
as formed by you and, run on by the rest of the guys. And it's, I suppose the reason we're doing this is because it would be nice to have a nice, clear history of it. So the Hobbit SBG Facebook page then changed to the GBHL.
the Great British Hobbit
The
League.
Great British Hobbit League, which is in a
GBHL
GBHL.
acronyms down to GBHL, which is where I got the acronym GBHL podcast, because originally it was going to be effectively the sort of the official Facebook page of the Great British Hobbit League.
Okay.
But then obviously when it got its own following, it's completely separate to the league.
Yeah.
It became its own thing, so that's why we always try to say GBHL podcast or GBHL YouTube channel.
Right. Okay. Now, I mean, I'm trying to differentiate between the two here.
Yep.
So I'm going to come back on another line and say, without the GBHL podcast, the GBHL League may not have had the momentum that it's gained, and not only just a national one now, but possibly even affected international.
Yeah, so the international sort of aspect of it, we never expected to happen, really. Like,
we all play toy soldiers?
We all play toy soldiers, but we expected it because, obviously, English-speaking, you'd get some American viewers, Australian viewers, etc. And, like, obviously, Games Workshop's based in Nottingham.
Yeah.
UK's always had the strongest, besides Poland, I believe it was, for their sort of scene, as it were. Okay. So basically, we just wanted to generate a buzz around the game in the UK and get our tournaments growing as well.
Right.
And knock-on effect of that has been that, obviously, people from abroad watch the channel, they've seen the success of our tournaments, etc., across everybody's tournaments, and have replicated that and the sort of similar style of league, which Mikolaj set up and Thomas Harrison is now running.
Yeah, I mean, it's running brilliantly. When you talk about the British side, and then you talk about the international side, I mean, you've got, just to name a few, you've got the Greeks, you've got the Italians, the Spanish, you mentioned the Polish, you've got the Germans, the Australian, the New Zealand, you've got the Canadian, you've got potentially the DCHL, you've got the CYC, I think. I'm sorry, I do apologise, but you've at least got three.
You've got lots
in America going on there.
There's lots in America. America's a huge place. So
now this is where you make a comment. If you know of any Asian leagues, please, especially Japan, because I know the Japanese love Games Workshop products.
The Philippines is a big market as well. Come
on, let's get together. Let's have a party. Come down to Northwest Gaming Centre and roll some dice. But on a serious note, I mean, because of what you saw Dan and Sam started, what you then took on as a role for the YouTube and the podcasts and stuff, it's just as the stuff has grown. So, I mean, we bow. But no, in serious, humble as you are. And I think I'm going to call him Humble Giblin, because you don't take a lot of credit for all the great stuff you've actually done. And yet other people have taken what you've done and built on it and helped things grow. And that's been great. But listen, thank you very, very much for giving us your time yet again.
You're welcome.
You know, like 6 months after we did that little game or so in the Northwest Gaming Centre, same clothes. Listen, cheers again. Okay, nice one. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, and listen, guys, seriously, if you've got any comments or I don't know what to say, just write something in the bottom. It's all good. Okay, bye for now.